Hello, hello, hello. Oh, I am live on my channel. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Welcome to Sex Sunday. This light is hitting me right in my face. Hi. Whoever joined me, say hi. So, this is my first live video. So, if I make any mistake, oh well, but please let me know if you could hear me. Are you hearing me? Can somebody say something in the chat? Let me know if you're hearing me, please. I don't know if I'm hearing myself. Maybe I should go on YouTube to see if I'm hearing myself. Anybody in the chat? Let me know if I'm coming to you live and clear. All right, I'll go on YouTube myself and see if I'm hearing myself. Let's see how this is working out. Yes, no? Are you hearing me? Because I don't know if I see my sound going off or on. Yes, yes. Anyway, I'm going to just keep talking. I am Veronie Anderson, as you guys know. Thank you for joining me. I got to go on my channel. What am I doing? I'm always messing around with YouTube, so there we go. Hello, hello. Hello, hello. Okay. Well, I'm hearing myself, so I guess you guys are hearing me loud and clear, and I have this mic, this light on me, so I'm going to be hot. So, welcome to Sex Sunday, right? And I'm going to be doing Sex Sunday every Sunday. Sunday is my favorite day of the week. Day of the week where I just relax and just enjoy myself. So the reason why I decided to do Sex Sunday is because to me, Sunday is all about just reconnecting back with yourself. And just the best way to reconnect to me is to have sex. And this doesn't have anything to do with if you're single or if you have a partner, because you could have sex if you're single and you could have sex if you have a partner. So if this is your first time joining me on YouTube, say hello. Make sure you comment in the box. But I have some exciting news. My membership is open, and the link, of course, is going to be in my comment. There is 3 levels to my membership. You have the Freaks, which is $2.99, and that's just just emojis to say that you're supporting me, right? And then there is a $6.99. And that's where I shout you out in my videos or shout you out in my live, which I'm going to start doing on Sundays, this Sex Sundays. And then the 3rd level, which is the Super Freaks, you know that song? So you're going to be a super freak. So that's where you could ask me questions, right? So you have question about sex, orgasm, you could ask me, right? So I'm Veronie Anderson. I am the love goddess. There's a lot of love goddess out there. Our sex goddess comes hand in hand. So I'm the sex goddess. And I post regular videos, but now I'm going to start doing live videos on Sundays, Sex Sundays, right? So Sex Sunday with Veronie, the love goddess, because I love when women are juicy and enjoy sex and just enjoy their life, but especially their sex life, right? Because women, men, we are so orgasmic, right? We could have up to 134 orgasm in an hour compared to man who could only have 16. So that's why I keep on saying God God must have been a woman. And I don't know why women are having problems having orgasm where their body was designed to have like so many orgasms. But Sunday, do you have, this is a question I'm going to ask and you guys could answer in the chat. Do you have a day when you design, right? When you designate for sex? Because what I see is that people, they design days to go to the gym, they design days to go to work, they design days to exercise, but they do not have a special day where they designate to have sex. And I'm not talking about quickie, because right now we're in this world where everybody just want to have instant gratification. They just want to have quickie, and quickie doesn't really work for women because we need time to build up to get a rose. We don't get a rose like 1, 2, 3, right? We're not designed that way. We're turned on like within 2 seconds. We're not, right? So we need the time. So sex Sundays for me is when I have that soulful sex. That means my partner, I'm connected to my body, I'm connected to my soul, and I'm connected to my spirit. Like you feed, that mind, body, soul part of me. So that's what Sex Sunday is all about for me. You're feeding like all part. And then during the week, I could have quickie. That's fine. But I just need all those needs met on those days. Right? So that's what Sex Sunday is for me, just to have a day where you design for sex and life, right? Life get in the way. We have bills, we have so many things that get in the way. So we need to take the time out for sex and stop saying like, oh my God, sex is not important. You don't need it. Frig, yes, you need it. You need sex. There is a reason why we're a sexual being, because we need sex. We come from sex. Sex is healthy for us. And there is like so much study that I'm going to like tell you guys about today, that we need sex, right? There is this study that came out that that's when you have sex and have orgasm, right? It's a protective mechanism for cancer. It's a protective mechanism for heart disease. So why wouldn't you have sex? Why wouldn't you have sex and, sex lead to an orgasm, right? So if you don't have sex, then you don't have that protective mechanism. And then later on, you go to the doctor and the doctor say, hey, you have to take some medication. When sex is basically for free, your body is your own medicine. So why wouldn't you have sex, have an orgasm? So you prevent all those things from happening to you. I'm not seeing the chat. Anybody in the chat saying anything? Come on. Oh, it says it's not available, so I'm not seeing it on my end. So let me know if you agree. Do you have a day where you design for sex? Like where you design for connective sex, this kind of sex that feed your soul, right? Feed your mind, body, and soul. The Holy Trinity, as I call it. Mind, body, and soul is your Holy Trinity. Do you have a day that's you do sex that feed your mind, body, and soul? Mine is Sunday. And that is the reason why we are having Sex Sunday tonight, right? And it's going to be my regular thing on Sundays. So if you haven't signed up for my membership now, I got to tell you about my YouTube membership. 3 levels. You're going to be the freak, the junior freak, and the super freak, right? So where you could, the super freak is where you get to ask me questions, and I will answer them in the private membership. So one of the other benefits of orgasm is that your body release oxytocin. Oxytocin is that hormones that your body release, right, to bond you and your partner together. The same chemical the mother releases when she's feeding her baby, so she get closer to her baby. So when you're having sex with your partner, your body release oxytocin so you and your partner could bond together. So sex is actually the glue that keep the relationship together, keep that intimacy together with your partner, because your body release oxytocin so you and your partner have that tight intimacy, right? Stick together like glue. So sex is it's good. And I'm not talking the kind of sex that you don't have orgasm. I'm talking the sex that you have orgasm. Not the quickie one where the man just come and the woman doesn't come at all. Not that kind of not that one. So of course your body release like different oxytocin, not oxytocin, did I say endorphin, right? So your body release different endorphin and that have a calming and relaxed effect. That's why sex and orgasm, it's like it's release stress, right? It's like a natural anti-stress for you right there. So once again, it proved my point that your body have everything that it needs. And if you just use your body, right? All this anxiety that some people are feeling, sex just helps to get rid of that, right? There was a study that showed that sex actually helped with migraines. And for men, there's a study that show that the more orgasm you have, it reduce prostate cancer. And that was a recent study that just came out. So if you're not having orgasm and having sex as a man, it's time for you to have like, I think they said 2. It's time for you to have like 2 orgasm a week. Excuse me, I like to drink my tea. So the difference, man and woman, is so different when it comes to sex, right? Woman, when we're having orgasm, our orgasm lasts up to 20 minutes and the man lasts, did I say 20 minutes? No, I mean 20 seconds, the actual orgasm. So when your body, there is 4 stages that your body go through when you're having sex. And I'm not going to go into the 4 stages, right? But the orgasm part, which is the end, is the smallest phase, right? And so that phase, the man is 8 seconds and the woman is 20 seconds. And as I said before, I don't know if anyone is commenting or saying anything because I can't see it on my camera here. As I said before, women can have up to 134 orgasm in an hour. This was a study that was actually done. And a man can have 16. I swear to God, God is a woman. I don't know who is going to agree with me, but definitely, man. Sorry, because he made women well equipped when it comes to lovemaking, right? He makes us like well equipped when it comes to lovemaking. Have you? I should look into the camera. I'm using a tripod, so I should look in the camera. Have you ever having an orgasm and it's like it's almost there and then it just disappears? Afterward, this video is going to be posted. So if you want to comment in the video, because I can't see it now, right? You could put it in there. Those orgasms are called imperfect orgasm. So have you ever have an imperfect orgasm where it's just like you're right there, you're right at the edge, you were right at the edge, and then poof, it just disappeared? I know I have, and I just give up because I'm like, God, it was so close, right? It was like so close, I could feel it, right? It was like right at the edge, like I was going to just go over the edge, and then poof. Those orgasms are no fun. Kind of pissed me off. What about you? What about you? I'm not going to stay too long on this live tonight because this is my first one. So I want to talk about different orgasm that we could experience. Unigasm. right, is one of the orgasm that we do, right? And so unigasm is when you just play with one thing. So for instance, like you're masturbating and you're just using your penis to masturbate. So you're just having an orgasm just from your penis, right? Or you're playing with your clit, you're masturbating and you're playing with your clit. So you're just having orgasm, just a clitoris orgasm. So that's a unigasm, right? So then they have a bio orgasm, bi, like B, right? Where you're stimulating two parts. So for instance, you could be playing with your clit, stimulating your clit, and you could be stimulating your G spot at the same time. So you have two erotic zone that you are playing with at the same time, and it's going to make you have a bio orgasm, right? Because you're stimulating both spots. Any questions? Any questions? Anybody want to drop some comment in the line? But remember about my membership, the freaks to the super freaks, right? And then, of course, you have the trigasm. The trigasm, try anything. No, that's not what it means. But definitely try anything. Sex is supposed to be fun. Some people are just so rhythmic, or they're so they don't want to just try anything. Everything is just so vanilla and just so basic, right? And when you do that, sex just gets so boring. And I guess that's why people just don't want to be in sex or want to experience sex, or they think that they could live with sex because they're like, oh my God, they have experienced everything. But trust me when I'm here to tell you that you haven't experienced everything when it comes to sex. The research that's coming out on sex every day is just totally and absolutely just amazing. And I'm telling you, you have not experienced everything when it comes to sex. Try to come out of your comfort zone, right? Try to come out of your comfort zone when it comes to sex. And there is so much more enjoyment, so much more pleasure just to experience out there. So trigasm. So for instance, right? We thought that we know everything about sex because before I got into this, I thought that I know everything about sex. But look at the clitoris, right? We focus mainly on the head of the clitoris, that glans, that small button, right? We thought that's what the clitoris was. And I think some people still do. Some people still do. They thought that the clitoris is just that small little button, that little thing under the hood, right? They don't know that the clitoris actually have like four parts. It have the clitoris, the glands, right? It have the shaft, and it have the two legs, and it's spread all over the vagina, right? And underneath the clitoris, right? It's the G spot. So the G spot is actually the upside down, what should I say, the upside down part of the clitoris. So the clitoris spread all around the vagina, or all inside the vagina. So there we are, we're like overworking the little knob, the little head, right? So the orgasm potential, or the amount of enjoyment that a woman can have, is so exponentially, right? But just because we didn't know anything about, we didn't take the time to learn about sex, we didn't take the time to learn about our body, right? And there was so much more information coming out every day when it comes to sex, right? Because you have the there are so many. You have the U spot, you have the G spot, you have the C spot, you have the A spot. There's so many different information coming out when it comes to women, because they never used to study women when it comes to sex. They just study man. They think it was all about emotion. Of course, we're emotional beings, right? As women, we're emotional creatures, but not everything is all about emotion, right? Sometimes as a woman, yes, I get into my feelings, but sometimes I just want to just fuck just like everybody else. Sometimes I just want a quickie just like everybody else. Everything is not all about my emotion. But they never study the female anatomy. Is nowadays they're focusing on the female anatomy and see how we have so many erotic zones in the vagina, But back to the clitoris. I don't know. Did you guys know that the clitoris has so many parts? Did you guys know that it actually have a leg and it actually spread like this? I know I did a video on it, right? So if you didn't see my video, you need to go and look at it. So the legs, it's spread like this, right? Across the two, the lips, and then the head. So one of the things that you shouldn't do is that you shouldn't just head to the button, the glands. You shouldn't just head to the glands, right? Because what happens is that you make the clitoris so overly stimulated and it gets so sensitive. And when it gets so sensitive, that's why a woman, after she have that one clitoris orgasm, it's like she retreat because it's like so sensitive, you can't touch it again. And she doesn't want it to touch her again. And she doesn't want any more orgasm because the clitoris head is so sensitive, right? So she's just like, oh, I'm done. But she doesn't know that she had the capacity to have that clitoris orgasm, that G-spot orgasm, that vaginal orgasm, that A-spot orgasm, to have actually a intercourse orgasm. And trust me, I'm going to tell you now that women could have orgasm. And I mean, every woman could have orgasm with intercourse. Just got to learn our bodies. And yes, it takes a little time and it takes a little effort, but yeah. So you see me, right? Me. I'm talking about stuff because I use myself and my body as case study all the time. I practice what I embodied what I preach, right? So I practice on myself. I practice on myself and I know, right? Because I had difficulty and I practice on myself. And it happened for me. So I know it could happen for you too. I'm back to drinking my tea. So the trigasm, right? That means you stimulate 3 different parts for the woman to have an orgasm. So, for instance, you could be stimulating her nipples, her G spot, and her clit all at the same time to bring her to pleasure. I'm checking. I still don't see anything in my chat. As you know, this is my first live video, so I'm really happy to see some people on here, even though I don't know who you are. Next time when I do this, I guess I'll get better. I guess with the technology, I'll get better with the technology. And I will make my live a bit longer because I'll make my life a bit longer, of course, right? And I'll get better with the technology and just make things just better. But as I said, this is my first one, right? And I'm happy to see some people on here. I would like if you share my live or if you comment on my live to just bring me up in the algorithm. Or I would like if you guys join my membership, right? My membership is the Freak, the Junior Freaks, and the Super Freaks. The cheapest level is $2.99, and you could join that and just so to be a membership to support my channel, of course, because I give information, good information. So I'm going to say good night now, and I thank you for joining me. And next week, join me right here, right, for Sex Sundays, right? This is a day where we designate for sex. And if you have not designate, like pick a day where you're going to have soulful sex that nourish your mind, your body, and your soul. The Holy Trinity, right? Your mind, your body, and your soul, they need to be nourished and they need to be in alignment for you to feel really satisfied, right? So pick a day, nourish yourself, and then you could go on to having quickie. I promise you will feel so much better. Just like how you take the time out to go to the bank, pay the bills, to go on a diet and do all of that, set it down in your calendar. There is nothing wrong with planning sex. Trust me, because life gets so busy. There is nothing wrong with planning it. It don't have to be spontaneous. I don't spontaneously go to the bank. I go to the bank because I have to pay my bills. I don't spontaneously go to the gym. I plan it and I go to the gym just because I want to exercise, right? I don't spontaneously like drink water or something. I plan it now so that I could drink more water, because then I will go for the day with just drinking a cup. So plan it. So same thing, plan your sex activities. All right, guys, this is Veronie Anderson, the love. Did I say love? I keep on going back to love. I mean, the sex goddess. I'll see you guys next week. Bye.